There's a weird situation going on with Microsoft right now. I'm sure you're well aware of the story. Starfield is supposedly coming to the PlayStation 5. It was leaked in an article from Xbox Era, who's citing anonymous sources that are claiming that Bethesda's RPG from last year is coming to Sony's console alongside Hi-Fi Rush, which has already been rumored to be getting a Switch port, and Sea of Thieves. So this is really strange, considering not even a month ago we had a banger developer direct that Xbox had showcasing Indiana Jones and some other games, and I was like, okay, cool. It seems like Xbox is going to step it up with their software exclusives this next year or so. Well, now they're reportedly planning to not just release Starfield to PlayStation 5, but several other Xbox console exclusive games as part of a new initiative to bring Xbox exclusive games to other console platforms. And I know there's been so much divisiveness over this topic. There's people that are relishing in this, saying that this is proof that Xbox is lost and that they just need to go cut their losses and go the way of software publishing only. And then I've seen people, upset. Rightfully so. I could see that if you spent the money, $500 for a Series X, and you wanted Xbox to really support their own hardware, you would expect some games to come out. Right? I'm somewhere in the fence. Right? I'm not completely upset that we're seeing certain games get ports, but this is kind of weird considering they kind of had a different change of tone not too long ago that was a little bit more optimistic. But you got to look at some of the stuff that's going on ever since this Activision Blizzard mergers happened. They laid off like 1,900 people. They got rid of like all but 12 employees in their esports division. They're doing all sorts of weird stuff right now. And I know some of you guys in the comments are like, oh, that's what happens when a merger happens. I don't know. It seems like they are definitely changing their plans. And it's looking kind of iffy, to be completely honest. Now, Xbox Era was the one who broke this news. They cited anonymous sources as like the reason why Starfield is coming to PlayStation 5. They used an anonymous source saying that it's basically a new initiative that they're doing. It's going to be arriving on PlayStation 5 after the next expansion, which is Shattered Space expansion. It's going to come to PC as well. And now they're supposedly going to be sharing details of their new vision of the future of Xbox next week. Like, this is developing really fast. Phil Spencer made a statement just today saying, "We're listening and we hear you." I'm going to just sit here and speculate what might be going on. I think that, in all honesty, it's a little bit of a, hey, you can't beat them, join them type of thing, which is unfortunate. Obviously, PlayStation 5 is light years ahead as far as console sales go, and even the Nintendo Switch. Xbox, bless their heart, right? I like my Xbox, to be honest. I play a lot of third-party and indie on the Xbox Series X through Game Pass, which I love the service. And I got excited about the possibilities when they started acquiring ZeniMax and Activision Blizzard. I'm like, oh, man, we're going to get a slew of titles for the library. But even then, a couple of years ago, I recall in one of my videos, they were really emphasizing the thought of the Xbox games anywhere, that you could play Xbox games on your PC, on your tablet, on your phone, on your console. There's even rumors of a little dongle, like USB device that will be coming to your TVs to where you don't even need a console. You just need a controller. And you could even do casting with Xbox to play games. It seems like they've always wanted some kind of weird cloud-based ecosystem that allows games to be played on anything. It's almost like they gave up on just being exclusive console developers for quite some time. And I remember talking about this, that's what the Xbox ecosystem is. And it seems like this is that multi-platform approach that they're wanting to give. And I don't know. Now we're seeing the game that they just announced the other day, Indiana Jones, is potentially going to be a PS5 release as well, which is upsetting because that was going to be a big first-party Xbox title that could have been a potential game of the year, and now it's not. But yeah, Bethesda apparently is considering bringing Indiana Jones and the Great Circle to PS5 just a month after announcing it to Xbox and PC. And The Verge, which is one of these sources, made a statement. They said a new multi-platform approach for certain Xbox games is emerging inside Microsoft, we're told, with the company weighing up which titles will remain exclusive and others will appear on Switch and PS5 in the future. So take that with a grain of salt with whatever you have. Again, we won't really know what the future of this is until next week when they come in it. But we've seen other games like Elder Scrolls Online is still multi-platform. Minecraft is multi-platform. But I guess you could look at it like devil's advocate. Like, yeah, they already put their first-party games on PC, immediately. And with the Xbox sales not being that good compared to the PlayStation 5, which is significantly outweighing them, maybe it's possible that they're just like, you know what? We're missing out on a lot of potential sales of video games. This is money sitting on the table. Indiana Jones is going to be on the Xbox. It'll be exclusive, right? Starfield's an exclusive, right? But think of all the people that aren't playing this game or giving us money because it's on the Xbox only. I think that's an approach. And I guess it's a little bit of a glass half full type of thing. According to the Xbox Era Report, Microsoft senior leadership has debated pros and cons of this. Releasing their exclusive software elsewhere. And I feel that, it's split. From what I understand, it's a little 50-50. And even Phil Spencer and Xbox themselves have said console exclusivity is a case-by-case basis. Let's be honest. There's games out there like Call of Duty that I feel they're definitely missing out on a lot of money. Could you imagine if Call of Duty was just Xbox exclusive? That's millions upon millions of dollars that they are missing. Call of Duty literally within the last 13 years has been the best-selling game of the year, except for the 2 years that GTA 5 came out and Red Dead Redemption 2 came out. So that's definite money under the table. I don't know how much more sales Hi-Fi Rush would have going over to the PlayStation 5 or the Nintendo Switch. I don't see that making much more of a dent. I could be mistaken, but to me, that doesn't compare to like a Call of Duty or Minecraft or Starfield, as much as people don't like Starfield. But I think certain games like Sea of Thieves would be great. Elder Scrolls would be great. You name it. Certain games, definitely. The ones that have already been multi-platform for ages. And yeah, it's a little disappointing. You dish out $500. You want your console exclusive. You're loyal to a brand. And now it seems like they want to do everything for every single platform out there. And I could see that it's frustrating, and I could see some people are saying, they lost the war, that this is an admittance of defeat. I'm going to go on record to say that I don't think it's over yet, as Rocky Balboa would say, I didn't hear no bell, until they stop producing any kind of hardware. Whether it's a dongle that you can play Game Pass off of, or a smaller version of the Series S. I don't know. We don't know at this point if they're even intending to not have a next-gen console after this Series X and S is done in the next few years. If they stop making hardware, then yeah, I would definitely say that the console wars between Sony and Microsoft was officially won by Sony as a result of them going the way of software. But maybe this is just a way of them knowing when to quit, right? Maybe, this is a way of them being like, hey, we're missing out on money. Maybe we could save and keep the boat afloat by multi-platform publishing and keep our own thing as well. But let's be honest, the main thing with them is Game Pass. That's what they want. And if you're going to start working with the other platforms with releasing your stuff, maybe Game Pass can become something that's on PlayStation as well, or even Nintendo Switch, and that could bring them more money. I just think that it's a little too fast for them to soften their approach. You thought, last year they were having internal conversations that all Bethesda games were going to become exclusive going forward, and then now they're softening it. We're hearing stuff about certain games like Starfield coming over to the PlayStation 5, and I think, honestly, maybe an increased multi-platform strategy might work. I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm sitting on the fence with this. I'm pretty sure sales of the console are still really important to them, but the fact that Microsoft's goal has always seemed that they want their games to be accessed from anywhere, that Xbox Anywhere, the Xbox Cloud ecosystem that they want built up, I feel that they are wanting to have that strategy pushed a little bit more. I think that's the way that they're leaning. So who knows? I think I'm going to take a wait and see approach and see how it goes. I don't think it's that bad, but then you think about like the layoffs and everything else. I don't know. There could be something more than meets the eye here, guys. What do you guys think? Let me know down below, and subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you on the next video.